Why is it important to have a teacher in the classroom, face-to-face, even as a support, as this particular school says it's doing?
Yes, a quick bit of etymology on the word education. So education comes from the Latin educare, which means to draw out. So education should be about drawing out knowledge, skills and confidence from young people so that they're able to lead interesting and fulfilling lives that make a difference to themselves, their families, their communities and society. But society exists in the real world, with real people, with real interactions. And as an educator for the past 11 years, I realised that teaching works best when there's a relationship that's built between the teacher at the front and the student. And that takes time, and that requires you to be physically there in person.
Right, I'm going to come straight to Matt. Matt, you listen, we all love your upping videos. We all learn from them. If you those videos were what was being offered and it was what was required, then we all love you. So it's nothing against you.
Thank you.
But what do you say to that? Surely, if you were there in person, that would be better, wouldn't it?
Well, it's about practicality, and Bobby spoke about the real world. And in the real world, you can't always get the best teachers. You can't have the best teachers at any given time, because it could be due to location. So if in a particular school, they've got a shortage of a maths teacher, but they've got...
Which we know they have, right across the country.
And there's someone fantastic for that role that's 300 miles away, that person can teach it remotely.
Can I just correct you a little bit? They have a maths teacher, but I think what we're talking about here is a bunch of real A-grade students who the school has decided needs very, very high-level tutelage in maths, and they don't think they've got quite that level of tutelage in their schools, so that's why they're outsourcing it to this guy in Devon, this woman in Devon.
And I think it's a good idea, because if you got a teacher somewhere that's got that passion, got that energy, and that knowledge that someone doesn't have in the school, why not outsource? My business has been...
very demoralising for the teacher in question, first of all, that's in the class, you could argue, first of all. But secondly, we had a lot of remote learning in COVID. And I think teachers, pupils and parents all agreed that wasn't good.
I think that was an unfair comparison, because COVID, it was an emergency scenario where teachers were just not equipped. Just suddenly overnight, teachers weren't trained and had to deliver online lessons. And it wasn't fair for the teachers, and it definitely wasn't fair for the students. If teachers are given the correct training and the correct equipment, it can be done correctly. I know this.
Would you accept his